what evidence? What are you going to tell us? We are Ghanaians. We the man pushes. We are law-abiding people. We respect a lot. We respect our elders. Why? Why are you doing this thing? This thing to we are the man pushes.
Accra chapter. So the extrajudicial execution of Abdul-Aziz, aka Bawku, a national disgrace and dangerous slide into the state, sponsored ethnic cleansing in Bawku. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, distinguished guests, civil society partners, religious and traditional leaders, fellow Ghanaians, and the international community. Today, we stand before you not only as representative of the Mampurugu Youth Association, but as a voice for justice, human dignity, and sanctity of life in the nation that prides itself on constitutional democracy. What we disclose here is one of the most chilling violations of the fundamental human rights in recent Ghanaian history. The confirmed extrajudicial killing of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu, known as Bawku, a 33-year-old citizen of Ghana and Bawku, while in custody of the Ghana Police Service, which is very unfortunate. This is not an isolated incident of the police misconduct. It is the culmination of a calculated pattern of abuse, where state institutions are being weaponized by certain ethnic aligned figures within the current NDC government to target, persecute, and eliminate members of the Mampusi community and their allies in the protected chieftaincy, Bawku chieftaincy conflict. I'm going to give you chronology of events from public arrest to secret execution. 17th of February 2006, Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu was arrested alongside two siblings in the suburb of Bolgatanga in the Upper East region. The Ghana Police Service issued a widely publicized statement hailing the arrest as a major breakthrough into the investigation into the fatal attack on a police officer, which is very unfortunate. Like I said, the police are our friend. We need to rely on them. At Karmenga, a Karmenga barrier on 29 December 2005, where General Constable Seth Opong Damwa was killed and two others injured. Aziz was explicitly described as being in the police custody, assisting investigation. On the 18th of February 2006, his two siblings were granted bail, while Aziz was reportedly transferred to the National Police Headquarters in Accra. Immediate aftermath of that, the family engaged the services of a prominent human rights lawyer known as Martin Kwebu. For law students, you know who Martin Kwebu, he stands for human rights. To represent him, the lawyer delegated members of his chambers accompanied by Aziz's family to the CID headquarters and the National Bureau of Investigation, the BNI, and the National Security, all of which categorically denied holding the said suspect. Formal request ignored by who? By the police service. Aziz's lawyer then submitted a formal letter to the Inspector General of Police, that's the IGP, demanding access to his client. No response was received from the IGP nor the Director General CID. A reminder and a meeting was done. After a reminder, the IGP convened a meeting with Aziz's lawyer. In that meeting, the IGP disclosed, verbally and without documentation, that Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu had been shot dead by the police, which is very shameful. We don't want to experience such a thing. Ongoing impunity. More than a week later, the IGP has failed to deliver on promises to provide a formal written response. No official statement has been issued to the family, the lawyer, or the public. No autopsy report has been released. No inquest has been announced. The body has not been handed over for burial, which is against dictates of Islamic rituals. A man whose custody was publicly affirmed by the Criminal Investigation Department has been summarily executed without trial, without charge, without judicial oversight, and without accountability. These extrajudicial killings, in its purest and most indefensible form, is a direct assault on Article 13 of the Constitution. That's the right to life. Article 14, that's personal liberty. 17, that's non-discrimination and fair trial, presumption of innocence, and 21, freedom of movement of the 1992 Constitution. The broader pattern of this event, from arbitrary detention to a targeted elimination. The tragic murder of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu feeds into systematic and escalating pattern of targeted persecution against Mamprosis in the Bawku conflict zone since January 2026. More than 7 Mamprosis have been arrested for expressing themselves on the unjustified and unlawful arrest of Bawku Naba, Alhaji Seidu Abagri. All were eventually released, which is a clear admission that the detention were unjustified. The architect of this targeted persecution, having failed to achieve their ethno-political objective through arbitrary and unlawful arrest, the approach has now shifted to extrajudicial persecution of key Mamprosi individuals and close associates, neighbors, using the police and other state apparatus to cover. Credible community report and intelligence points to a deliberate agenda orchestrated by influential Kusasi-aligned politicians and national security operatives within John Mahama-led administration, both in Accra and in Upper East region. These individuals are accused of transforming the national security and the police apparatus into instrument of ethnic vendetta, identifying, profiling, surveillancing, and eliminating Mamprosi youth under pretext of national security. Key positions occupied by Kusasis at the national security are allegedly facilitating this targeting, turning what will be impartial state prosecution into mechanism of ethnic score settling and cleansing of Mamprosis in the Bawku traditional area. We urgently ask the government, the IGP, and the nation the following. What heinous crime did Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu commit that denied him even the basic due process afforded to serial murderer, such as Sharif Abdullah alias Christus? Some of you are familiar with that case, who confessed to slaughtering 22 innocent people, yet receive a full trial. This is what democracy is about. Legal representation and sentencing only after proof beyond reasonable doubt in the WA High Court. Then my second question: who authorized the unlawful execution of an unarmed suspect taken into custody by the police? Under whose command? I ask this question. And please, before I proceed, I've seen inspectors here, I've seen the BNI here. We will share with you. We are interested in getting answers. So please, before we leave, I'll personally serve copies to the police so that they can assist in this. I'm concerned about human rights too, not just a native of Bawku. 3. Why has the state refused to produce the body, the autopsy report, or any forensic evidence? This is what democratic institutions do. Even if the police think that they have a case, you inform the family. Why has the police, how many more names are on the alleged hit list of Mampursi youth circulating in the security cycles? Who is next to be targeted under ethnic cleansing agenda? And then, when did assisting investigation becomes a euphemism for summary conviction? We ask these questions. Human rights violation and threat to national peace. The murder of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu represents multiple layers of constitutional and international human rights breaches. And we ask again. Violation of rights to life and prohibition of arbitrary deprivation. Enforced disappearance followed by extrajudicial execution. Ethnic discrimination in the application of law enforcement. Denial of access to counsel and family during detention. Failure to conduct prompt, independent, and transparent investigation into a death in custody. In Bawku, an area already scarred by decades of chieftaincy violence, such actions do not promote peace. They inflame it. They deepen mistrust between the feuding communities, radicalize the youth, fuel cycle of revenge, and undermine every genuine reconciliation and sustainable peace effort. True peace requires impartial justice, not selective elimination. Our demands, immediate and concrete action. We call for this demand. We call on His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, the Minister for Interior, the IGP, the Attorney General, SRAJ, the National Peace Council, and all relevant institutions to act without delay as follows. Full, transparent, and public disclosure of circumstances surrounding Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu's death. We're not asking too much, are we? No. Are we? We are not. Including date, time, location, officers involved, chain of command, and any purported justification leading to the death of this young man. We are calling on independent post-mortem examination by an independent health institution such as Kwelebu 37 Military Hospital, with full involvement of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu's family to establish the actual cause of death. We don't believe the police hospital will perform an independent and impartial post-mortem examination on this issue. And you guys, you understand why. We don't have anything personal against the police, but this is a concern. Immediate and unconditional cessation of arbitrary arrest, unlawful detention, targeted operations, and any form of persecution against Mampursi youth and community orchestrated through state organs. Direct, public presidential directive affirming military and police neutrality. Calling to order all Kusasi aligned operatives in the national security and related agencies, prohibiting ethnic profiling of vendettas in the security apparatus. And I want to pause here and draw the attention of the media. All of us here, we have nothing against any Kusasi, qualified to work anywhere, but we have a concern when such person is being sent right behind his house, purported to serve the nation. If they are qualified to work, they can work anywhere. But considering the situation, I don't think that is the best. Accountability. We call for identification and subsequent criminal prosecution of all officers involved in the killing of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu. And this one goes to our brothers, the police officers. I have a lot of police friends. I have worked with the police in different spheres. And I know the best and the good police officers are out there. I can guarantee you that. But officers who think that a particular government is in place and so therefore they will dance to their rhyme or beat. Let me tell you, 60 years at worst or at most, you get a contract for 5 years. Then you are done. You go back to that office, nobody will mind you because the good officers knows what to do. So this is also a warning because I've seen a good police officers here, which I don't know. This will sit well with them. So I continue. We also call on immediate suspension of the Inspector General of Police. And I repeat, we also call for the immediate suspension of the IGP, followed by an independent bipartisan commission of inquiry to investigate extrajudicial killing of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu. Ladies and gentlemen, it is sad that in the 21st century, a police officer, we know, the police know that we live with them in the same community. They always have this belief. For Muslim, we are in the month of Ramadan. That for Muslim, let's get him out. They will do Allah Yakau. Let me tell you, this is not one of the cases that will be Allah Yakau, I can assure you. And the police sometimes, they know. Right from the anti-robbery unit, we have fine police officers there. But I'm also sending this warning. If they were part, because my investigation, from the 2 guys that were arrested, plus the deceased person, one by name Hamza, and one which is my direct nephew, my brother's son, called Bachi. He gave me the background. It was very sad. And so my plea is that some of the police officers who thought that they just go arrest somebody and believe strongly that this person, we can kill him and walk away. This is not one of the cases. His Excellency, Mr. President, you sworn an oath of office to defend and to do justice to all manner of persons, promising justice, unity, and development. The blood of Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu and terror perpetrated against Mampursi's demand that you act decisively. Silence or delay only confirms suspicions that the state power is being misused for ethnic ends. Very important. To the Ghana Police Service and the IGP, I call on the IGP. I'm excited that the police people are here, so I want to always refer them because I understand their work. So, carry this one to the IGP, okay, that he should honor his constitutional duty to act under the Constitution. Produce the truth to the family. We need a closure to this. And produce the body. We call on all Ghanaians, particularly the media, mainstream and alternative, civil society organizations, religious bodies, traditional authorities, the diplomatic community, and the international human rights bodies to stand up for justice and equality. Raise your voice, demand accountability, prevent next tragedy. Justice for Abdul-Aziz Iddrisu, justice for every victim of state abuse. Justice for every Ghanaian, irrespective of their tribe. Never again should we come here to discuss a similar issue. And then I want to observe a prayer today being a Friday, we want a quick supplication to Almighty Allah for bringing us this far as Muslim and Christians, and we want to thank the media for coming, so quick upon our invitation. So let's observe a quick supplication by our Malam here, then we can roll the program. It's going to be very quick so that our brothers and sisters can go and observe the Friday prayers, so they can supplicate to Almighty Allah in this month of Ramadan, so that Bawku will continue to rest in peace. And it is our prayer and hope that our authorities will act in the interest of our mother nation called Ghana, which we have just one Ghana, we are proud. So let our honorable scholar Mamu be chief to lead in prayers.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا جاء من الناس يوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
All right, once again, good morning to you all for honoring our invitation. We are exercising the constitutional right to freedom and constitutional right to call on authorities to act. We are not going to court. We want to draw the attention of our compatriots and then to the authorities in charge to live up to expectation. We are not personal about whatever we're going to discuss here. We are trying to build a country called Ghana where the constitutional dictate must be followed to its letter. It is not just for nothing that our president, when elected and sworn into office, he was asked per the constitution to read or to affirm to Ghanaians that he's going to do all manner of justice and to uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And the framers of the 1992 Constitution did not just craft it and put clauses and articles that we, the citizens of Ghana, will live in peace. And we, the citizens of Ghana, will see ourselves as brothers, irrespective of where you are coming from. And it is on this note that some of us finds it very, very interesting that should you have any concern, the best way to go is to, call on authority. If it's something that we ought to have gone to court, we would have done so. But being a law-abiding citizen, the Mampursi Youth Association Accra chapter call on all Ghanaians and the media. We are not asking too much. We are asking that the laws of Ghana must work. I've been here for 1 hour. I've seen the police officers and officers of the National Bureau and Investigation come in. We don't have problem. They are officers of the law. As a student who has passed through the law school, I don't have difficulty dealing with the police, especially when they are exercising their constitutional duty. As a security expert, per training, I deem it necessary that should we have any challenge, it is the police we fall on. Should we have any challenge, it is the court. If we can resolve the matter, the court should be the best place to go and have our matter resolved. And as a student or a law student, constitutionally, it is not right that a citizen of our republic is arrested, same is published by the police service, and same is being circulated. And a few days later, the police reneged to update some of you, the media, including the family of the deceased person, allegedly. Then, now we are confident, and it has been confirmed to us that our brother, whom very shortly we are going to discuss, perhaps what I'm saying actually underpin whatever our press, 3-page press conference entails. But for the purposes of record, I'm going to read it for the hearing of the entire nation. I know there's a lot of bloggers, and for the bloggers, you know, social media has given you a work to do. I'm sure some of you don't pay tax, but that's just by the way. So I'm telling you, if you are reporting, this is what we have. Whether you are reporting it in Twi, in Ga, in English, let's try to be objective. Don't inflame passions. We need peace in Bawku, and we need to bring the authorities to book, the authorities to act per what their ethics prescribe. And I understand some of the work of the police very well. What we are hearing sometimes, we don't want to. So it's kind of a brief introduction to what I have, and then I will crave your indulgence to read the press, and after which I will share whatever that we have. And the police, of course, can carry it to the Inspector General of Police, a very gentleman, and we pray and hope that if whatever that we are saying is at his blind side, then he must act. And then we entreat that the police council will act very swiftly, and other institutions mandated by the Constitution to see the oversight of the police service. The police is never our enemy. The police is our friend, and the police must work. We're in the 21st century. Intelligence gathering doesn't take long, unless you just don't want to do it. And when one police is hit, that is where you know that there is indeed our security apparatus. They have the necessary ability to, or tools to fish out whatever that they want to. Trust me, I know the Ghana police, they are capable of getting to the bottom of everything.
And then I should say for now, I'm share the media for now, Mohanina, and bloggers are Mohanina. Yes, I'm no baby, I call Druno. I say the person the Kuranda, yeah, Samna, yeah, Ebeka one. Name say Maraya Jima Wagana, and I say Maraya Jima Wagana. Because your name say 1992 constitution, a Yajima. And then there's some Ebeka will be and there's some, a friend say Ebeka will be a summer Ebeka will be number one, and on the day. Asana, Omobe arrested Aziz, no, aka Balus. Asana, Omo arrested Aziz. Usha Bokunava Alhaji Shedu Abagre. Nehim Fiewa Aziz ya nipa bia ofre Bokunava Alhaji Shedu Abagre se Nenana. And he says, Sana, Mekola ne Ejina both my left and the right, no. Bokunava Alhaji Shedu Abagre, Usha ne videos, ne pictures, or call Salah Deha. And I say, Okoya Busuma, a Wabokuno, Aziz ya nipa bia, or Kita Natari and say, Edina 24/7 because Nana no. Muchi Nana Banka, and all free Boku, Ebetina Bolga. Nena no da so akra on coffee. Ma arreson. Ya 1992 constitution no ka say, Uchi obia before 48 hours, Faneko court. Na omo yi na kra ya Tracy Bolga nyina ya hu Aziz e ba tamale ya hunu North East ya ko ho ya hunu ya ba kra ya ko NIB ya hunu. End of the day ya beti say omo kun Aziz. And this is not the first time. And sana omo ko arresti Bokunaba every Bokunu Alhaji Shedu Abagre. Onyen onim Oya teacher before, oya headmaster before, onim Ghana mra. Nanka a letter kura omo invite on say, by that kura say, intelligence of police, and a yoko, and I say NIB, omo shusha ewa Accra. Oh, oba said that no kase my daddy. And ochena na say on chinechi mbeba. On himself and Merati, because he has been the headmaster in the junior high before. Oman Timi and yes, her answer na military be involved inside. Betino, Oman kun, meba, Oman kun akola, and son of Moti Boku Naba, a free Boku. I was Bokuna concerning about military for now, Omukun Nipa Ewa Boku. And him say, Omo yes and a bear nice in Jebaba. But yes, I see Siano, Sana Samna Econo. A yet too much. Because then Tina make us say yet too much. Me manjin this apa is region. Ewa pa is region. This sec and that sec meeting now Montina on. Since I appointed regional minister no. Dabe now offer to the step. Ewa Boku Naba Alhaji said we are Bagre a palace war. And how many times now ko anin came abograwo azoka fie. And the time be a catch them medias for. Anin came abograwo azoka. Ni nana baku pe say ni grave ni boku. E fie otina hono. E ya me nana na esi sa fie no maro. Se fie no se takwa me dan wo na se o kase me boa. Oma omunyi takwa me dan no. Mr. Kwame Dano and Dantiana or Modisi Kwame Dano, and find Shem Shono. No push up and show no case. Say, man pushing in a sit down way, me no me show where Mamma yet 3 days, and I say, Mamma 1 week, no me show by 1 week. And he came up Bograwa Zoka, Nana, Baku Pese, Negref and Niboku. Montiani ye. Alhaji said we are Bagre, Bokunaba, the current Bokunaba. Ne Papa Dindi Bagre. Boku Naba Kulga, the 12th chief of Boku, Onona Wu, Alhaji Bagre, and a Wu, Alhaji Seru, Boku Naba. Boku Naba na Kulga, ne Papa, and a Boku Naba Mambora. Ne Bra Penny, ne Boku Naba Bugri. Bokunabu Bugri, ne Bra Penini, and a Bokunabu Zangbego, Bokunabu Zangbego, ne Bra Penini. And I Bokunabo Mahama. And because up to 14 keeps before in Sana Alhaji Seru Bagre Bokunaba Ebedio Hinum. Of his regional minister. Apa is regional minister, sorry. And stepping in food. Ever Boku say, oh, Monsieur, Mebetia Musa, and I say, Asana Ye Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I President of Republic of Ghana. Dabana Osama delegate say, Esana Omu Yi Bokunaba Bakrano. Mon kotia both side ni na omo no asam yeden insa na ebe timaka say oh ye issue warrant ama Boku Naba Alhaji said we Bagre da be na omo yesa omo antimi anye bia eno ya ba kono no e bia omo antimi anye ye nka say omo antimi mfre no da omo antimi mfre no at any time and say bia megina no and say intelligence kora pe obi na ye mampusi ni boy ya echi na say bibia. You are coming to near assemblymen, so you are division commander Ewo Boku. You are a police commander Ewo. Omantiman catch your money na she. As a military mature na Omoku Binsan Omodini Pie. Omodi Boku Naba Alhaji said we are Bagre, Ediba Crown, Edibesini, Nipa Bako Mu Bokukuro, Omuku Bokukuro, a 100+. Just from few months and I call no and Casa Ebia Ntakwana Esisu since from 2021 at the Bessin no. Sana Moara say Boku Naba Alhaji said we Bagre Ediba and Krahano. And to Bessa Membisa media for and I should share for no much and say Ghana Marane Yajima. Omo issue warrant a man aka say Omba and I say a ding. And we are Baku. Or never be Omo Yahowa in ye. Ese now North East Regional Police Commander Biwo. No, or by catching say you stop it playing of the drama, yeah, bo Monday, Friday. And we have tradition, no. Then to the police officer as a regional commander, Abekasa. Beni no mo kanye ewa boku, mo ye ewa boku. Since I am NDC bad power pet, nkwala omo ku omo by Mampusi boys, omo ya 3 people. Nasa security kumbaku. Ewa Accra, Aveno Electra area. Nkwala netwo fasting time say ya 1 year nie. Ena omo be yes arrest no. Ohowa omo ku nipa bako. Nipa be a leading convoy ne ba ye no. National Security Operation Commander Japan announce Japan BBC na omo friend edin and the sport wa omo kun obi say na omo arrest ye kola no bako 11 omo arrest omo we within 4 minutes na kusasi boy pie ye wa post no e tro for social media say omo ba aveno elected area atakulete station aba be chi man push for aka ahia matra ku bebi omo ton na tue no na omo be ko hokochi eno so bi anka omo ajaibi eja 5 since last year fasting time you were 20 days and omo be chi omo up to now omo da so ewa police NIB custody 1 year no omo nipa 5 ba ko no omo sa ko ashama esa ko kunya no ya bi so aka ho ai no omo sa ko Aziz na se ya we so ade aka ho ye boys na omo arrest na boy bi ya friend ono ya me ba nkasa me bra peni ba our police and this NIB custody or 7 months say oyeye MPP e was social media e no mba chi no ye wa yanua one of East region our Bimsi oka some e was social media o maka arrest no dia ba Accra ye proceed the court na in a court man be o maka bandai obi comment bibi was social media e no share e no mo sa ko chi no di court enti ni ba bi o mo chi ni na o mo nyina ban pursue for and the since tokon CS no and I say Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya bra peni ya papa oba power no edibesi ni when e kusasi ni bi pe ba kusa ya omochi no kusasi bi omochi no baby o mo kasa omochi kusasi ni bi no e Zabila district o no kasa o mo akun police no and the over feel bolga e ko Bawku kra this is police escort and I say military escort o mo kun police e was Zabila na Aziz obaya den etima firi Bawku aba Zabila ho without escort etimi be kun police
evidence. What are you going to tell us? We are Ghanaians. We the man pushes. We are law abiding people. We respect a lot. We respect our elders. Why are you doing this thing to we the man pushes? You can't take this thing to intimidate us. Sometimes, if you come to talk on media, they will tell you, say, they will come and arrest you. You can't panic us. Me, I'm not a fear arrest because I talk something that is right for me to talk. People did Bawku town. They are telling people that they will no pass into highway. You can't go and arrest that people. They are showing guns to people. They are killing people on the highway. You can't go and arrest that people. If someone comes to the media and talks something that is going to benefit Ghana, you put intelligence that they for arrest us. No one can intimidate us. No one can intimidate us. We are sending this message to you. No one can intimidate us. If you want to arrest me, no one can intimidate us.
We have a problem about escort. You see, all the command we all the politics. Every now you know, pass out for the kunya autism. So Timmy Jessica, tantro. Ghana hano him we him send him to say do see akunya kase so a untantro no kra baako the besi bia no kra e no hini bia soka enu ti na Ghana man ekita mo ansa na obroni bae na se wo okita santema nyina akunya na ultimate na so tantro e de ba e be ma politicians na mo akade mo pe court ruling bia ni wa che se kusasifo bokwe omo dia e bi see da court ruling bia ni Ghana ha ye mu bi da e bi see da ye mbet na court na ye hwe de okuro no ya de dia Bawku hene starting 19 around 21 ebe si ne na mamencha ma de baako Bawku da na ye si Bawku hene na nye that day na na oba Bawku na si ne hene Bawku started na kusasifo nka ho na omo okura ye nim ho yina nti Bawku kusasi hene na ote ho no oye kusasi hene ontimi ye Bawku hene because ne nanan si Bawku na ono abedi so ye nanan mu na omo si Bawku tu ni di Bawku kusasi fo ombe tu di no Into politics na dey on be but emboa. Omo hu se so omo timi escort pusa so ko. Emo omo cross baby. Omo escort man pusi for another trap. No omo so ko baby on baby. Yeah, that's